Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today. I have a review here for Volume 1 of the Donny Cates, I believe 2018 run on Venom. Now, I'm a huge Venom fan. I love this character, more because he's an anti-hero than a villain, but I love both types of runs. I love Lethal Protector. I love, is it Funeral Pyre? Is that what it's called? One of the earlier runs he did after Lethal Protector. Anyway, I love Venom. And this is kind of a different thing. By the way, Volume 1 is also called Rex, R-E-X, as you can see in the bottom right corner of the picture here, because that is like the weird subtitle they give to different volumes, and I don't understand why. But anyway, I could have sworn that Donny Cates had a run earlier, recently. More recently for Venom, not 2018 recently, so that kind of blew me away. This is also the era, run, whatever, that it seemed like when it came out, a lot of people were telling you things from this first volume, so a couple of the big things in here I knew, a couple of the bigger twists and whatever I didn't have a clue about, so I thought this was a really, really, really good volume to me. I loved this. This is one of the best Venom stories in a long time that I've read. I thought I was pretty much up to date. My personal favorite, aside from Lethal Protector, which is goofy as hell, but I like it because it's 90s trash, in my opinion, is the Rick Remender Agent Venom stuff. I love that. I love Flash Thompson. But these Donny Cates Venom stories are taking place after Venom was finally given back to Eddie Brock a few years back. I'm assuming about 2017, 2019, somewhere in there. But anyway, I love Eddie Brock. I think he's a great character. Always have been a fan of him basically since the 90s series. I've never read the comics when I was growing up, so I didn't know anything about Venom until I saw the 90s series Venom Saga they put on DVD. And anyway, moving along into the show though, or this series here, Volume 1 was a blast. Instead of having Venom do this kind of sci-fi military thing they've been doing with Venom for basically everything since the 90s. I mean, the 90s a lot of the time had this goofy, almost sitcom feel to Venom, especially when you watch or you read Lethal Protector. There was a very sitcom feel to that sometimes. I wasn't a fan of that all the time when I was growing up, but it was a cool run. And then they took him into this sci-fi military thing for many a year now, whether it be the Rick Remender run, which I love, I think it's my personal favorite of Venom stuff, or whether it be even when they gave Eddie the symbiote back a few years ago in the comics. This is a very different take, and I've always heard bad things about Donny Cates. And I'll be honest with you, I never read a thing about him. I think he did Black Panther and stuff for a little while there too. I think that's probably where a lot of the frustrations, let's say, with him comes from. This takes Venom in a very goth punk heavy metal flow. Not in a 90s Ben Reilly costume type of thing. No, this is more of imagine those 1980s heavy metal albums, the covers for them, like Pantera, and, different bands like that. I love heavy metal. If I name off a bunch of bands, I don't think people are going to know them. Not that I know all the big ones that people were fans of in the 80s, but you know what I mean. Think of a big band like Pantera, and think of these awesome heavy metal covers of a hellscape and Norse god stuff. Think of that kind of thing, but with Venom. And that's what you get. This is basically taking Venom and putting him into a heavy metal type of storytelling. And personally, I loved it. I thought it fit so well into what they wanted to do, not only with Venom, but with the history of the symbiotes. You can say a lot of it's retconning, obviously, and I'm fine with that. I don't really care. But I gotta tell you, this was badass. Basically, let me get into the plot now. Essentially, Eddie is realizing that his symbiote is acting a little weird. He's not really sure why, but it is. Sometimes it kind of possesses him, but it's getting possessed too. And when it gets possessed, basically the white bat, or not bat, but the white spider on Eddie's chest as Venom, turns red, and the bottom tail of it seems to kind of curl up. And the most noticeable thing is that the Venom eyes go away, and they kind of turn into a red spiral around his face. Now, in previous volumes, I forgot which ones it was, but I remember reading somebody saying God is coming when they showed the same picture from this video. And you're not really sure what's going on. Is that going to be the image of God in this symbiote God storyline? What's up with that? Well, I don't want to tell you too much. I want to keep this spoiler free like I try to do with all my book reviews. Because I think this is a fucking fantastic volume, and I want people to take out time to go read this. Even if you're not a Venom fan, I think you'll love this, especially if you're a heavy metal fan, because this is hardcore shit, dude, seriously. This was such a surprising read. There is some kind of symbiote god coming to Earth. We find out his name is Knull, Knull. By the time that I'm reading this and recording this, you probably have already heard about Knull a lot. I thought that the design for Knull was kind of lame, but I still had a blast with the lore about him, the different things they came up with him. Donny Cates surprised the hell out of me with the writing here, with this Venom stuff, with this Venom lore, the symbiote lore, everything. I just loved that. I absolutely loved it. But let me tell you, one of the best heart and souls of this run is the art by Ryan Stegman. Ryan Stegman absolutely killed it. I mean, this is just fantastic, dude. I can't even tell you how much I loved everything about this book. It was just from beginning to end, just almost flawless, and I had some issues here and there. They give Venom some new abilities, and really just one big one involving flying. It's not like he just levitates and takes off. No, what they do with that is goofy as hell, and I do not like it at all. I think it looked stupid. I think Venom looks stupid like this, and if you've read it, you know. But that's about it. Everything else I really love. There's a twist involving the character in here named Rex, who is the person kind of telling Venom, hey, there's this symbiote god coming, that's why your symbiote's acting up. And that's really it. It's not heavy on plot, but it's just enough to really get me through in a way that I was not expecting to enjoy so much. This was a great read. If you've not read Donny Cates' run on Venom, already I'd recommend it. I don't know how long he ran for, maybe a couple of years, maybe 1 year, I don't know. But I would tell you from the get-go, from what I read here, you've gotta. It's fucking fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Maybe the ball will get dropped further on. I don't know. Hopefully not. Because I want to call myself a Donny Cates fan. I've heard this run was pretty good. And I love Venom in general. I'm going to read it whether it's good or bad. So, this was good. Really, really good. Even great sometimes. So check it out if you haven't read it before. Volume 1 of Venom by Donny Cates. Rex, I think is the title for it, like I said. I love it. I think you'll love it if you're a big Venom or symbiote fan. And like I said, even if you're not, this could probably sway you over into that, because it's very cool. By the way, there's kind of an appearance in here of Miles Morales a little bit. I'm not really a Miles fan so much, so he was alright. He was just okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you're a big Venom fan, or if you've read this Donny Cates volume, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section down below. Just leave a comment, talk to me, let me know what you think about this run. And thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.